Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We do technically have these delivery quests that we could do. Later, though. Later. We're continuing the main storyline here. When Yugiri met the fraternity. We're gonna get a item level 90 weapon coffer here. So that's something. Look, what's our current staff, anyways? This is a 130 that we purchased. Yeah. We can buy those from the shop. Speaking of buying that stuff from the shop, we still have some space to keep on getting more of these tomestones. We want to get more weapons at this level. There's something to look into. Anyways, Xanthil here orders to point you in the direction of the Leminson underworld. Okay. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous foreign male there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I'm obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Leminson society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. Here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Alright. Deliver the letter over to here. Over this way. Sprinting. On our way. On the way. It's still on this level at least. That's nice. It's down this way. Okay. Little 60 situation there, apparently. Little 70. It's interesting to see what things are just available. And what other things you need. Like, continuation of the main story to actually unlock first. Sorry, spot. Upper decks. Nope. Lower decks. There he is. Shadowy woman and an inconspicuous man. Got business with me, venturer? Yes. Those are the things we're supposed to be delivering to other places. Merlin's letter of introduction. Letter penned by Admiral Merlin, introducing Yugiri of Delma to the members of Leminsa's as yet unnamed secret fraternity. There you go. And we're coming along for the ride too, because why not? We're here. So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Tancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. And you must be the Far Easterner that Merlin says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I'm Yugiri of the Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa is a city of pirates, to be sure. And pirates don't give two fucks about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows. We've got nothing to be ashamed of. Simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of the shadows. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There's much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, Yugiri of Do What's It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Nah, that didn't come out right, did it? Master Artic. I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend of us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Sounds like a plan to me. How long are we talking? Not right now? We'll see. We'll see. What am I gonna do with this I'm level 90 crate thing here? Do I have another one of those? I got I'm level 70 crate here too. I'm trying to get a little full of things. It's a problem. Okay. Hey Gary, how you doing? Right here. Through the Maelstrom. Gil. Experience. And earrings. I'm level 110. Not bad. Here is the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Alright. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the Callion's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envision being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I've kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Yep. When next we speak with Minfilia, we can make that happen pretty much immediately here. Teleport. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the problem with these weapon coffers here is if I just go ahead and purchase the much higher level one for the tombstones, it's kind of irrelevant at that point. Depends on how many weapons we can purchase with the amount we have. We can't exactly purchase all of them. I don't have quite that many tombstones. More things to consider. Continue on. Okay. Let's see what we got here. And, of course, also into the solar. That's where we need to be. Yep. What is the next giant problem that we have to deal with? It's always something.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me.
Alright.
When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibeth spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Well, that's concerning.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
We got a variety of problems. Things are happening. Things are happening. Also, this whole potential immortality thing. That's also something. Hang on here. Yeah, strength. Is the same earring? Strength, vitality, crit hit, direct hit rate. Yeah. Weird. Let's have a dexterity one here. Compare that to... We have our current earrings on. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as the ones we currently are using. Let's find that for a second here. What earrings are we using? Others. 17, definitely not. I'm going 90 dexterity earring. Anything good in the strength? Got 10 strength. Just gonna keep on collecting something. We got a level 90 strength one here too. Item level specifically. I'm gonna go through the whole cutscene again if we don't accept.
I have been reflecting upon if you have
a moment.
when the Sahagin Elder somehow I can
No, this is the same thing. Okay.
when the thus
Skip. I already did this. Still does the animations
but
though.
It wasn't
Yeah, the immortality. It's definitely
And yet-
something.
as we
Immortality, possess
And
another mortal form, but also can be absorbed as
to most
pure energy. Something.
much for the
Very different.
With-
Very strange. I don't know if that would explain how we
Oh,
return after dying. That's just a crystal. It's something. Those are related, though, so
My lady,
it's definitely something.
no.
I...
I did try to open up the inventory while I was doing this, but it didn't work. Okay.
Well,
Okay. Doesn't seem like we get enough rewards to get every different kind of everything. We get like something with strength, something with dexterity, something with intelligence, maybe the more healing one, maybe a more tanking one. Selections of things. We get a variety of stuff. It works out for the most part. Also, this revolution. That sounds like a something too.
It is done. I...
Revolution.
Okay. And compare the things. Let's reward. No. Complete. Compares here. And compared to what we're currently using, it's definitely more. But obviously this is intelligence instead of dexterity. We'll take the dexterity ones, I guess. Definitely don't want to take the gill. It's obviously not what we need. Through the maelstrom. Cheap. Complete the main scenario quest up to this part. Alright. There we go. And then it continues. The Great Divide. Some more earrings here. Mine's supposed to be determination, direct hit rate, vitality, or intelligence. Determination, direct hit rate. Amphilia's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Valdestian. Yeah, having an entire island cease to be. That's also a problem. So we can go check that out. Or check out the lack of it. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. They're saying his name differently. I have to go back. He will send word if there are any developments. Till such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, speak of a different matter, one closer to home. Okay. It concerns etheric fluctuations which were previously attributed to good King Mugomag the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yep. Yet all is not well in the 12's wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Knock knock. Scylla, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Tomans. At present, they are in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Ascilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Arctic, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Alright. We have so many other problems there. Just keep on piling them onto the back burners. We're gonna run out of back burners at this rate. Alright. Need to speak to the people out here. Yeah. This is not exactly a very large place, Revenant's Toll. Only so much we can really can really be accomplished here. We'll see. Also, they need to be much more willing to work for it here. Effort is definitely required. Frontier hands and all that. See if they're up for it. Yeah, we'll see. Everything could work out. Never know. Draggle-tailed refugee. Hello. How's it going? Not good? Probably not good. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Amphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. To all be praised, it is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Tomans. Just give us a task and you'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. Appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, student. I ain't so good with words. We're living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up, they climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run, the only question was where. And then it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So surely you'd do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. Well, it's true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid. That decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. So it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You turn your back on us? If I might have a word, Tatru. Tatru, Zautomus. Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Afanad has been wounded. Oh boy. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? It must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. And to see him, please, if you want to help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. Should probably look into that. My lady. We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I'm not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Afanad, and quickly. If he's in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Yep. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Paplamo will see to it. Afanad is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Arctic. Alright. Another thing for the back burner. New problem. To Ul'dah. This is the revolution that we would not know about because that was a cutscene where no one else was there for us. Keeping track of what we actually know to be going on. Worth worrying about? Probably not too much. We handle things eventually. Saves in the Hourglass. It's the quicksand. The Hourglass is in the quicksand. Okay. Could use this teleport to the Adventurers Guild. Good enough. Okay. Let's head that way. Take the side door here, because why not? It's here. Might as well. A quick sand. The waiting. Great Divide. Well, off and on. Let's go. Looks like things could be going worse. He's here. Not just more problems. How you doing? How's it going?
You must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Quest complete. Alright. Intelligence. How does that compare? More. Direct hit rate, spell speed, whichever. That's just more. Higher level, bigger numbers. Works for me. I'll take that one. Alright. Recommends the wrong ring again. It's got a material slot, but that's not ever going to be enough to make up for it. That goes down because it recommends the wrong ring. Try again, goes back up. Perfect. Update. Okay. Anything we can do to solve all of the problems right now. Desperate times. But I wishes to investigate the circumstances surrounding the riot. Get some rings here. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur, given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. That piqued your curiosity? Good. You will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Alright. That's accepted. Hall of Flames. It's this way. Just sprint on over there. Okay. Slightly suspect, the riots, of course. We'll see. We'll see. All flames. Waiting. Clone Commander. Not who we need to talk to. Hold on. Now is not a good time, Arctic. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. That is why I'm here. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Off and on. Back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. Trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. Secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of the refugees live outside the walls, stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the citizenry and the refugee population here have increased since the Dobans were turned away. Would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. What of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That's my first duty. Until it's done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. The general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, Monteris would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana are the most outspoken proponents for refugee aid. Regardless, they'll face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Arctic. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. You may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Alright. That's typically how we do things. Like, we are above all the governments, essentially. You look as though you have something to say, Arctic. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Blast Blades have reported suspicious activities in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Huh. Lost Hope. Let's go over here. Teleport. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Just doing their investigation for him. That's alright. We'll get to the bottom quicker than they would anyways. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's move this way. Wait for that. We got Nefric and Alberta. And what brings you here, adventurer? Search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. I mean those refugees. Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation. They're content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that. Like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. Refugees who left with that merchant have yet to return. I'm increasingly concerned that Zanzawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zanzawaka. He'll explain everything. I do like the idea of having everything explained. That'd be fantastic. That'd be super convenient to our current situation. Ah, don't hurt me, I'm not one of them. Wait, I know your face. Are you not the man from the Church of Saint Adama Landama? 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of those thugs who've been tormenting us. If Nilfric bid you speak with me, I take it you've already agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. Those have fallen under the fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution? Upholding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed? Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you'll understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words, but in the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I have no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Terrified refugee. Hey, how's it going? Well, what are you doing? Don't draw. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Well, why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Speak, refugee. It's not fair. You'd be here to soothe me. Why did... Oh boy. You okay? Hey. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchant. May the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought, and implored us to seize control of our fates. Thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited, split us into two groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parlay with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting. Then everyone was fighting. The flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... oh gods, the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Yeah, boy. And somehow we're getting a very fancy ring for talking to them here. Just got a dexterity piece for the other thing. I still want it though. Is strength something? I'm sure we could find various rings and stuff. Or just even make stuff at some point. Stacking everything in one stack. Let's see, you here again? These are actually rings this time, so that to consider. And a 70 dexterity. It's just so much better. That's what we're currently working with here. We have an 80 strength ring. Well, let's get the dexterity one. We can tell which ones are in our current sets by if it has this little symbol here. So, yeah, we'll take the dexterity one. Huh. Shock and awe. Terrified refugee, whenever you find his brethren, convince them to lay down their arms. Got a various intelligence rings here again. Cool. I can compare this. Not to that one. A little bit more. Better than the current one we got. Spell speed, direct hit rate. Same difference. Okay. Let's see if we can stop the current issues here. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope. But to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even intend to do the deed themselves. Fox and all bloody sellswords. They're supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Sounds like a plan to me. One guy shows up. Beats you up. Although, literally kill gods, so that's not the biggest difference. How's it going, guys? Here to beat you up. 7 hells, they found us! Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. Stop. So that's your game, is it? Ahaha, sorry to disappoint you, lad. We're more than willing to kill you ourselves. You are under attack. Refugee. I light you on fire. Map. 3,000 damage. Bop. Should never come here. Oh, there's more of them. I thought we were fighting the twins, but sure. And you can blow up too. Bop. Just kind of sitting here, taking it. It's mostly working too. So. You can't stop us. Currently stopping you. A challenge. It's been too long. Blast. Another blast. Lightning for you. Shield knocking swords. Got a little shielding they're doing here. You have to blast them harder. No, no. Yes. Okay. Oh, guys. Just falls over. You beat him like it was nothing. Thal almighty. What are we gonna do now? You can give up. And back. Do. Problem solving. Big fire. Problem solving. Okay. They can't cause a ruckus if they're all unconscious. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? Or the twins? What happened? I don't know if I saw any twins. Just like a couple guys. I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? What merchant? Huh? Where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. Possible. Check the intelligence thing. Complete. Okay. What's out here? Getting upgrades. Can I actually select the correct ring this time? It's 110. Surely this is good enough to always be the one. Now let's try to switch between these two. I mean, is this even better? It's got better critical hit. It's got better critical hit. Less vitality, less intelligence, spell speed instead of that. Debatable. It's not suggesting the way weaker ring at least, so that's something, I guess. Reap the Whirlwind. Terrified refugee would have you find the shady figure who's trying to stir dissent among his brethren. Sounds good. Get some necklaces for our effort. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of his futile cause? How much more suffering must be endured before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease his mad quest, will surely lead us to ruin. Okay. Stone's Throw. Come this way. Let's fly there. Alright. See what the situation is. Could be a minion merchant. Probably not the main guy wandering around. Would be too noticeable. Too recognizable. This sure is closer to the city here. It's just right outside the gates here. Ella. And have you seen my parents? Oh no. What's going on? Where's your parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Odin. The man said they were going to change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Reasonable. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Said merchant. I'm looking for the merchant. The one you spoke of. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look! Over there! I think that's him. Well, that's convenient. What's he looking for? Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Hey! How's it going? You! I gotta go! He's getting away! Go get him, mister! Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go run this guy down. Literally into chase him down with balls of flame circling me. Wild stuff out here. Hey! Hey there. Behind you. Ah! You again? Why are you pursuing me? You know why. Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorized the streets of Loda? Ha. You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. Yeah, I do. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Might. That's my right. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I gave a here's ours about politics. It was business. Only business. No one eavesdropping? Hey. I imagine it would be much less intimidating if we were much smaller. Just walk up, it's like, hey. We are very large. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. This is gonna go well for him. Alright. Oh, and he is dead. I'm gonna come get you. What's all this commotion? This guy was shot. 7 health. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. I'll go deal with it. Don't you worry. Hold, adventurer. I know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. Or I could go solve all the problems, but sure. This man was responsible for the recent riots? Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. No. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You can carry on with your investigation, Scion. Thanks. Gotta go. I'm reporting back to the halls. I was gonna go up this way and see if we can track that guy down. Already gone. Already gone. Alright. Well. Well. Yeah, I definitely had useful information that we could have gotten. Oh, unfortunate. Well, now we've got more concrete proof of conspiracy and such. So, that's at least something. Take what I can get here. Come around this way. Jump through the window. What news, Arctic? Where is the merchant? Dead. Yeah. Murdered? Damn it, all of the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Arctic. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Not despair, though. We'll be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. You say so. Dexterity 1. I think we should get at least something strength related. Let's see our current. What's this necklace? What's our dexterity necklace? 70. That's too good to pass on. We're gonna be slightly out of problems here. Quest complete. Got a message. Quiet for now. Coming up towards maybe figure out what's going on here. We will see. At any rate, getting towards the bottom of things here. Just have to find who was actually the orchestrator of the problems. Next time, goodbye.